Hey everyone, hot topic here. As for the thumbnail, is credit card addiction really a thing? Well, let's think about this here. So, have you ever gotten a credit card, whether it's strictly just for the payments, or have you tried to get a credit card maybe just to complete maybe your setup, and you think to yourself, am I being addicted to credit card and getting reward points? Well, in this video, I truly believe actually that credit card addiction is a real thing, and for me personally, I've gotten, in the last 24 months, I've gotten 9 credit cards. That's right, 9 credit cards in the last 2 years. 6 of them were personal cards and 3 were business cards. And if you do the math, 24 divided by 9, that's a new credit card every 2.6 months or 1 every quarter. So that's kind of weird, right? Or is that crazy? Well, let me know what you think and how many credit cards you've gotten in the last basically 24 months or 2 years. Is it higher than mine? Am I addicted to credit cards? Let's talk about it and dive into this and see if it's really a bad thing. So I can assure you, getting 9 credit cards in the last 2 years was definitely not my plan. But as I got more over a short amount of time, I really wanted to get new credit cards as I wanted to test the limits of these credit card issuers and see if they would approve or deny me. And of course, whether they approved me or denied me, getting approved fueled my, I guess, this way of getting more points to use it for more reward travel, as I've taken a lot of luxury and just regular travel as well. So I will say the bulk of my approvals, 8 of the 9 credit card approvals in the last 2 years, yes, that's right, 8 of them actually came in 2023. One of them has only come in 2024 in February with that City AA card. So you can see I've kind of cooled down, but really not for the lack of trying. As you've seen previous videos earlier in the year, and in general, I have been denied the Wells Fargo autograph card, and of course the Chase Ink business cards as well. So it's not because I don't want cards. They're also starting to, limit me based on some rules, such as Chase 524, and I think Wells also has a similar rule now with some type of Wells 24 rule as well. So as I mentioned in the intro, I do believe getting new credit cards is kind of an addiction, but I think it's pinned in a negative way, but I think you can spin it in a positive way, to be honest. And the way, obviously, if making it into a positive addiction and a good one is if you're maximizing your travel points and obviously not getting into debt and paying your bills, obviously. But the reason being that getting new bonuses actually isn't a bad thing because you're actually maximizing your travel and return on spend. While credit card setups are nice and great and all, it doesn't help you get to where you want in a short amount of time, and I'll explain that very shortly. And for me personally, I like to chase the welcome offers every so often because it maxes my value, and also I have a short-term plan of traveling as much as I can before I settle down. And whether it means I'm going to get a credit card set up in the future, which I could, or I can convert myself to a cashback setup once my travel plans start to simmer down. But to show you in numbers how it can work out, we're going to do a little experiment here. In fact, we're going to do an experiment between a credit card setup and getting a bonus every 3 months here. As pulling up on a website here, you can see a lot of data points show that monthly expenses can range from about $6,000 for a family, and then single person could be a lot lower than that. So I'm saying the range could be from $3,000 to $6,000 per month. But for this experiment, we'll do $4,500 per month as your monthly expenses. And here's another reputable website here. We're going to go with expenses here, and we're going to break down your expenses you pay every month. So for example, housing's like 33%, and there's education and stuff like that, and entertainment, and of course some investment stuff. So looking here at the chart here, that's going to be how we're going to base, for our breakdown, for example. So housing, for example, is 1/3. So obviously if you have $4,500, your expenses are 1/3 of the $4,500 each month. So a little breakdown here. We're going to go through the numbers and crunch it and show exactly what I'm talking about on how getting a credit card every 3 months actually is more advantageous, not only for the short term, but possibly the long term. So with this example here, the setup we chose was from the community post from my channel, and you saw everyone, at least majority-wise, chose the Amex setup. So the Amex trifecta will be your main setup, along with the Built MasterCard, just because we have housing, which usually means rent. So we're going to go with those 4 cards setup, and with the sign-up bonus, setup, we're going to get 4 cards, 1 every 3 months, and we're going to choose the following pretty prevalent cards here. It's just the Chase Sapphire Preferred, the American Express Gold card, the City Premier Strata card, and of course the Capital One Venture X. Honestly, these 4 cards actually can do a very good setup. And of course, as of this recording, you're going to see the welcome offers. Chase Sapphire Preferred, I believe 60,000 Chase points for X amount of spend. You got the Gold card, 60,000. City Strata Premier, 75,000, and the Capital One Venture X is 75,000. So those are our comparisons. Let's crunch numbers right now. So when we go to a monthly base here, as you show here, crunching the numbers, kind of a side by side, where you'll see kind of how I added everything up here. It's gonna be about 1,500 bill points per month because that's basically, you know, a third of your monthly expenses. And if you do that times a year, that's about 18,000 bill points annually. And for the Amex points, when you add up all the expenses, all that stuff, on a monthly points you earn for Amex, which your your trifecta setup, you're gonna earn just shy of 8,000 Amex points per month, which means annually you're gonna earn about 96,000 Amex points just for the whole year. Whereas we compare with the subfecta, we'll call it here, you earn just from the bonuses about 270,000 travel points from Chase, Amex, Citi, and Capital One, which is crazy because even if you do the 1x multiplier for the corresponding months, not for the spend you hit per month, you're getting almost 3x more points easily doing this strategy, and you maximize your points and returns so quickly. And because this little experiment, which I think we all knew, is kind of the reason why I'm going to keep chasing welcome offers until issuers don't allow me, because your return is so much greater on a short period of time, and that's what I'm targeting, whether it's next 2, 3, 5 years, I can get that and use it. And also, another thing too, because of points being devalued every so often, it's a great way to chase welcome offers while you still can, because by the time these points get devalued to nothing, you might have to be converting basically to a, cashback setup. So another great reason on this experiment is to show you in numbers why maybe subfecta is the best way to go. And the last thing here, I know people say, well, have all these cards, ecosystem, all that stuff can be troublesome, tracking them down. I try to spin everything with a grain of salt and look at it, well, it can be troublesome, but also look on the other side, where if you have a lot of access to Chase, Capital One, that means you have more travel partners, more hotel partners, and it allows you to just kind of pick and choose where you want to go in the world whenever and wherever you want. So I look at it from that standpoint, and that's the way you can take advantage of where you want to go and really use as less points as possible, whether it's economy travel or even business or first class. So I look at that as a great way to take advantage of what's being offered. So that's my rant on the credit card addiction. I do believe it's a more of a positive if you instill good practices, but also in a way, if you can, have the correct spend and be responsible, you can earn a lot of points in a short amount of time and still travel where you want. So it's an addiction, but I think it's not as bad as you think it is. But anyway, everyone, let me know in the comments below if you found value, and if you think maybe what I'm saying is incorrect or not, please let me know. I'm really, really intrigued to hear what people want to say about this topic, as I know it's very hot and a lot of people do it. I would say leave a fruit emoji of your favorite fruit and let me know how often you get a credit card, whether it's every 3 months, 2 months, 1 month, or 6 months. Let me know in the comments below, anyone. Otherwise, make sure to, once again, as I grow my channel at the end of the year, try to hit 2,000 for the whole year. Hit that like button, comment, share, all that great stuff. As I say in all my videos, life is short. Travel more, everyone. Stay till the end. I actually went to a gaming convention in South Carolina, and I have a lot of awesome clips. So if you like games, retro games, be sure to stick to the end and see these clips. Anyway, I'll see y'all later on the next one.